Let's talk about one of the greatest R&B albums of all time. This is Once Upon a Time. In 2003, Usher began recording his fourth studio album. At first, Usher was reluctant to work with new producers, but he later changed his mind, stating, "With this album, I chose some new producers who I figured would definitely allow me to really articulate myself in a different way. Every album you gotta grow. You gotta look for something different." When it came to the production of Confessions, Usher decided to work with Jermaine Dupri, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis, Just Blaze, Brian Michael Cox, to name a few. When coming up with the theme for the album, Usher decided to quote-unquote reveal his own secrets. Former A&R rep Cowan K.P. Prather thought the album would let the public know Usher personally. Prather said, "The music has never been the question, but people tend to buy into the artist. The more they know about you, the more they feel like they're there with you." With that in mind, Usher named his album Confessions. He wanted to be extremely vulnerable, stating, "All of us have our Pandora's boxes or skeletons in our closets. I let a few of them out. I've got a lot to say. I've got a lot of things and stuff built in me that I just want to let go of." Confessions was supposed to be released on November 6, 2003. However, due to marketing issues, the scheduled date was moved to March 23rd of the following year. Usher had recorded over 40 songs for the album, but there was still something missing, according to L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid said, "You know what? There's like one or two more records that we just gotta get." Which led to Usher connecting with Lil Jon to make Yeah and Red Light. The marketing behind Confessions was considered genius by many. Coming off the heels of a 2-year relationship with Chili from girl group TLC, people were clamoring to find out what happened between the two, and Usher played right into that. He never explicitly said the album was about her, but he never said it wasn't, which even left Chili confused. She said that she was confused because Usher and I weren't oil and water. We broke up because, I guess, it was that time or whatever. He was that real love for me. Usher would later go on to clarify some of the songs weren't about him. The song in question that had everyone buzzing was Confessions Part 2.
Now, talking about the album, last time you were here, you told us everything on the album was true.
Yeah.
And in the song Confessions, you say that you had a baby by another girl while you were dating a girl. Is that a true confession?
You know what? No.
For my show, or?
No. Listen, in every album I've ever done. Matter of fact, I want to just shout to one of the fans in the audience that's got all of my CDs from the first.
Hold it down.
In every album, I've been able to, kind of tell you a little bit more about, myself as well as the way I think.
Mm-hmm.
This album was not just for my experiences, but a lot of, things that me and all the people who were around me were going through. So collectively, this idea of, making a record about a guy who has to confess to his woman that I got somebody on the side, and by the way, I got her pregnant. It's something that we go through, men go through, and I feel like this album projected real talk. It was about real situations that happen in life, not hiding anything. So that is it. But no, I don't have a child.
So speaking of Usher, you did Usher's second album.
Yeah.
Did you have any idea what you had on your hands at that point?
Nah.
How many, what did it go? 10 times platinum? Something
No,
like
not
that?
the first album. I think My Way would do like 5 million. Yeah, something around there.
But Confessions.
Oh, you talking about Confessions? Confessions did 10 million. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's the fourth album.
Fourth album, my bad.
Yeah.
10 million.
Yeah.
Once again.
After 3 though, I did My Way and 8701.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a build up to get to that. It wasn't a big automatic.
Well, I guess the Confessions Part 2, you wrote that, right?
I wrote Burn. I wrote all of them songs.
Okay, but that's Confessions Part 2. That was based on an actual situation you had.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my life.
So you had a girl and you got another girl pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Typical story of a man.
Did that baby actually was born and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's real life.
Okay.
You think I just be saying that in the interviews?
So
shit is real. No, it's real life.
So you were in a serious relationship with somebody. Can you say who it was with at the time?
I guess it was. Yeah, I was in a relationship, and then the relationship. But the story in the song was still written so that you guys would do like this, you know. It wasn't like verbatim to my story, you know. I'm a writer, so I know what parts, you know what I mean. So it's like but the gist of the story, yeah, it came from, you know, having a girl and then meeting somebody else and then having a baby with the other girl and then having to tell the girl that you're with.
Okay.
That you're having a baby by somebody you just met.
Was this Janet who you were with at the time?
Huh?
Were you with Janet at the
Nah.
time? No. Okay.
Nah.
So when you told this girl that you were seeing that you're having a baby on the way, what was that talk like?
Pretty interesting. I mean, you know, like if you listen to the song, it's basically like I said. Usher says this is the toughest thing I ever had to do in my life. He's saying the lyrics; those words is my words, basically. So you know, just understanding it. I mean, it wasn't never a situation like that though, because in real life, the situation wasn't like I actually cheated on the girl. It was just a situation that I had a girlfriend for a long time. We broke up. Then I met somebody in the midst of it, and that quick minute of me meet somebody else, we had a baby, and then I went back with the girl.
Oh, okay. So you had a break baby, basically.
Yeah.
And then you got back with the original girl.
Yeah, but in the story, I made it seem like, you know, it was the confession.
Okay.
Yeah.
Confessions was successful upon its release, selling 1.096 million copies in the United States in its first week. It was the highest ever first week sales by an R&B artist, the second highest first week sales for a male artist, and the seventh highest first week sales of the recorded album charts history by SoundScan at the time. The album debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200, becoming Usher's first number 1 album. Singles Yeah and Burn competed on the Billboard Hot 100 for 12 weeks. The third single, Confessions Part 2, was about to top the chart, and Usher was going to join with English pop and rock group The Beatles as the only acts to achieve 3 consecutive number 1 singles. But R&B singer Fantasia Barrino's debut single, I Believe, prevented it from happening. But that didn't stop Usher from becoming the first artist to top the Billboard Hot 100 airplay with 3 consecutive number 1 singles. Over 1 month after its release, Confessions was certified triple platinum by the RIAA for 3 million US shipments. Confessions topped the list of the most shipped albums of 2004 in the United States and was the best-selling album of the year with almost 8 million copies sold. Confessions was the 6th best-selling album of the 2000s decade in the US. In November 2008, it reached 10 million shipments in the US, according to the RIAA. Confessions had sold over 15 million copies worldwide, making it the best-selling album by a black artist in the 21st century. The album earned Usher numerous accolades. At the 47th Grammy Awards, he was nominated for 8 categories and won 3. Usher won 4 awards at the 2005 Soul Train Music Awards. At the 2004 American Music Awards, he won 4, including Favorite Soul/R&B Album and Favorite Male Soul/R&B Artist. At the 2004 Billboard Music Awards, Usher racked up 11 awards, more than any other artist in one night at the time. These include Artist of the Year, Male Artist of the Year, and Hot 100 Song of the Year for Yeah. In December 2009, it was ranked as the best solo album and second best overall album of the 2000 to 2009 decade.
And the winner is Usher, Confessions.
I just want to thank all the lovely ladies for this one. I want to thank all of my team, Yolanda Ray, everybody back home, Mark Pitts, Falana Williams, Chris Chambers, all of my people in New York. This one is actually for my hometown. If they didn't raise me right, I wouldn't have been able to develop into the artist that I am. Alicia, this is for both of us. All right? Thank y'all.
According to an editor of web publication Bustle in an article on March 22, 2019, to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Confessions, the album was a catalyst that propelled him to superstardom and forever changed the landscape of music. The editor also pointed out the album's influence on the music industry and pop culture as a whole, as Confessions changed how albums are marketed and proved that gossip can sell records. Later albums such as Beyoncé's Lemonade, which was fueled by infidelity and divorce rumors with her rapper husband Jay-Z, relationship rumors around Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer, and Ariana Grande's Thank You Next, coming off the heels of her public breakup with comedian Pete Davidson, were used as examples of how Usher's Confessions brought the relationship between the gossip pages and the album charts together stronger than before. In 2020, the album was ranked number 432 on the top 500 albums of all time by Rolling Stone. Confessions makes Usher the only male solo R&B artist to sell 10 million copies of a single album in the United States during the SoundScan era, and the first of only 2 black artists to reach this mark since the year 2000. The other black artist being American rapper Nelly with his debut album Country Grammar. After Confessions was certified diamond by the RIAA for shipments of 10 million copies in the US, no new album was certified diamond until Adele's 2011 album 21 reached diamond status, the longest between any 2 new diamond albums since the inception of the association. That was the story about how Usher made one of the greatest R&B albums of all time. This is Once Upon a Time.